Okay, so post Ironman Louisville 70.3, a little bit of a race recap here. So, to start, conditions were absolutely brutal. It's not just me saying that. I looked up on yesterday's weather for Louisville, and it feels like temperature hit a peak of 101 degrees. So it was quite toasty out there, and the water temperature was not any more favorable. So when we were at Ironman Village for the athlete debriefing, the race director actually was telling us that this is the hottest temperatures that he's ever seen in all of Ironman. So I kind of knew I was getting into something big. I mean, Louisville is known as a more challenging course, but yesterday was killer. Yeah, as soon as I got in the water, it was really hot. It was like swimming in bath water. I don't know, if you're preparing for this race in the future, if you could find a pool that's hotter to try and do your swim. But yeah, that was definitely tough going into it. But you kind of expect that. It's a rolling hills course, Louisville in the summertime. It's going to be tough. But anyways, let's go. We'll break it down each, starting with the swim. So the swim had a final time of 34 minutes and 8 seconds. Not bad, honestly. My watch, I had 33 minutes. So, I'll take my watch time. But anyways, yeah, so for the swim, it's in the Ohio River. You can't really see much. Like I said, it was super hot. But as I was going through, my tri-suit unzipped, which was terrible. So that was dragging across the water the whole time. So kind of right away, I knew that something on this race was not going to go right, and that it just wasn't my day. But I was kind of, able to somewhat rebound from that. When I got out of the water, I saw my time was 33 minutes. I was like, okay, well, we're chilling. And I had an average pace of, I think, 141 per 100 meters or 100 yards. So it wasn't bad, kind of what I expected. But again, I had to push a lot harder because of that suit. Couple that with some random dude tried to drown me. That was awesome. But yeah, screw that guy. Anyways, yeah, I felt good after I got out of the swim. Again, like I said, when I was in the swim, my mindset was pretty bad, which you don't want to be in that, especially for a race where you're trying to qualify for worlds or be an all-world athlete, that was my goal. I wanted to finish sub 5:30, and I think that would get me to all-world. That's a little bit of a guess, but that was the goal going into this. Now, I was on pace, and I was like, okay, well, we're good. And I started the bike and started ripping the bike. My plan was, because I sweat so much, that I was going to put 2 scoops of BPN G1M Sport in my bottles, and then 1 scoop of their electrolytes. So that's what I did for 2 of the bottles, and one of them was just water. So when I got out of the water, I actually started drinking all of just my regular water, because that's what I was craving at the time. I had taken one of the Go gels to start the swim, and I really wanted water after being in hot water for the swim. I don't know why, but that's just kind of what my body was needing. And once that was all drained out, started drinking from the electrolytes, and I guess that was too much of a concentration for me. I thought that's what was going to work. It kind of worked for me in training, but no, yesterday did not work for me in the slightest. I actually felt super dehydrated as I went through the bike. But yeah, that was tough. But I got to the aid station, got 2 water bottles, chugged both of them right away, and I was ready to roll. Cramps started going away. I didn't fully cramp, but I felt them coming, and so that was good. And then I get to mile 45 on the bike, and that's when I get a flat tire, and I was just, at that point, I was kind of defeated, because the swim wasn't going right. I get in the water, I'm feeling good. Then the bike starts, I'm still feeling good. Then I start getting cramps. I'm like, okay, well, now my race might be cooked already. Then I get some water, so I'm feeling good again, and then I get a flat. So it was just kind of up and down, up and down, up and down. But I decided, I'm 45 miles into this thing. I'm not going to sit here and kill my race. I still might be able to get to all-world athlete, and also, go sub 5:30. I'd have to push really hard on the run. But the flat completely destroyed my race. I had to push probably like 300 watts just to go like 16 miles an hour. It was tough. So yeah, that was pretty defeating. But final bike time, 3 hours, 16 minutes. Not bad. I was aiming for sub 3 hours, 16 minutes. I mean, it's a pretty big deal. And like I said, the flat didn't really help with that. But it wasn't terrible. But then we got to the run, and as soon as I got off the bike, I felt really good. I was like, okay, let's just rip this thing. And I was ripping it. I was getting like a 7-minute mile for like the first 2 miles, and from there I just tanked. It was not good. So my stomach, after all the electrolytes I took on the bike, all the gels, I took 3 gels on the bike, 1 every hour. The gel from the morning before the swim, and all those sugars and stuff just hit me like a freight train on the run. And I was just trying to hold myself from crapping myself that whole run. And right around mile 10, had to hit the Porta, and after that I was ripping again. Got like a 9-minute mile, and made it to the end. But overall the race was it was a bunch of up and downs for me. Definitely not where I want to be as far as racing goes, but I'll take a 6:15 all things considered. Like I said, I mean, some dude tried to drown me, tri-suit issues, bike tires blowing out, stomach issues. I'm happy with that. But definitely a lot to work towards. My bike's nowhere near where I want it to be. I think bike is probably my weakest portion of triathlon. So got to do a lot of work there. Coach Blake and I gonna have a lot of biking over these next couple weeks before we head into Florida, which is in 75 days. Super amazing race. I want to thank my girlfriend for being there. She's awesome, biggest supporter of my life. I want to thank God for all that he's brought me through in this time, and thank you, Coach Blake, for giving me the coaching and nutrition and everything. And hacks is amazing. They've been amazing for me. So gonna be excited for Florida. 75 days. Gonna get to work.